Lewis, a trip to Forest Green awaits. How is the mood in the camp ahead of what will be a tough test on the road?
Yeah, it's been really good, buoyant. Obviously, it's always that way after a victory. Unless it was a really hard-fought victory, we had to stay true to ourselves during that game. I thought we was really dominant during that first period, and probably should have warranted a couple of goals in the first half. But we stayed true. We had a really good chat at half time, and we came out and really pushed on in the second half. Look, we're under no illusions the magnitude of the game tomorrow in terms of how big it is. Look, Forest Green got a chance to go top, one of the least in terms of how many goals they've conceded, and probably second highest in terms of home form. So we know exactly what we're going into and the quality of opposition that we're coming up against.
So obviously, with us being out of the FA Trophy, we had an extended break between our two league fixtures. Has that allowed a few of the lads who have been out for some time to get closer to the match action?
Yeah, I think that always happens when you have a little bit of time. Look, disappointing for us, we've now had to go nearly 6 days without a game, which is frustrating. And I could sense it this morning on the training pitch that the boys are chomping at the bit to want to get back out and compete. I think every footballer wants that, just to be out there sort of vying for those 3 points. Look, it gave us the time to sort of come off a little bit and give them some more information. Like I said, I've got new staff who have come in and joined, and they've been fantastic and brilliant and helping in just a little drip feeding information. But like I said, we know exactly that tomorrow we got the chance to be able to watch Forest Green's game against Chorley at the weekend. They were fantastic. They got some fantastic performers in all different areas of the pitch. They got really physically dominant and dynamic forwards in the wide areas in the striker. Then they've got some really good ball players in midfield, and if you give Alfie May too much chance, he really will dictate the game. And then they really start you at the back and don't give up a lot of opportunities. They've got players who have played way above this level, so we've got to make sure that we're ready for that.
And just with that, are we expected to see maybe any fresh names going back into the squad ahead of tomorrow?
Listen, you live in hope. Like I said it last week, it's one of those that you ultimately turn up on the day and you see who's going to be announced in terms of starting team and the bench. Look, I've been really impressed and really excited about the atmosphere that's been created around the group in terms of boys that have not been out on the training pitch have always been chomping at the bit to want to come out and watch and be involved in it and continue to sort of lift up the competitiveness outside. Look, there was a couple knocks in training over that period because everyone's chomping at the bit to want to play. But at the moment, the boys who have got the shirt have done really, really well. Will that look different tomorrow night? Potentially. But then obviously we go again a couple of days later. So look, full focus on tomorrow, first of all, making sure that we go down there and try and give a really good count of ourselves, but also under no illusions that Forest Green away is probably one of the toughest games in the league. They've gone since, I think it's the 24th of September since their last defeat in the league. So we know exactly what we're coming up against, but we also know that our away form's got to change, and that starts again tomorrow by making sure that we back up what we did in the last game.